From eerie lights in the sky to bizarre phenomena that defy explanation, it's becoming impossible to ignore the unsettling signs that life out there might exist, and it's already here. Tonight, we're diving deep into a series of strange sightings in our airspace that are leaving people around the world in shock. This girl, while capturing the serene beauty of the night sky, unintentionally filmed something that sent the entire internet spiraling into doubt about reality.
I just found 3 mystery drones in the air. This is wild. I was moving quick. What in the world is happening? What? Update, but that mystery drone up there is still there. It's been like maybe 10-15 minutes. It's still there.
In the video, 3 distinct forms hover in the air, glowing orbs of varying shapes and sizes. One seems like a massive mothership, while another, smaller pod appears to be communicating or performing some mysterious task. According to the uploader, this wasn't a drone. Thousands of witnesses from different angles reported seeing the same event, and the sheer size of the objects ruled out anything ordinary. Extraterrestrial? Perhaps. But the real question is, what were they doing up there?
I just found 3 mystery drones in the air. This is wild.
This next video captures a bizarre UFO exploring Manchester Airport in the UK, and the evidence is shockingly clear. The strange, round object was first seen hovering over Rick Ibarra's backyard in 2014. Ibarra, an employee of the Department of Defense, found it terrifying to witness. This metallic craft, with 3 rod-like appendages and a stop-start movement, was estimated to be 4 to 6 feet in size and 400 feet above the ground. Initially, he thought it might be a balloon, but its erratic movement didn't align with prevailing winds or follow a consistent path, ruling that out. To analyze further, 3D models were created, showcasing the craft's intricate details. Shockingly, the same object was captured hovering near the runway at Manchester Airport, UK, eerily similar to the crafts Luis Elizondo often references in his interviews. It's chilling to think these objects are not only shadowing government officials, but also invading critical airspaces. What do you think? Drone or UFO? Let us know in the comments. This homeowner from Idaho, USA, had a bone-chilling, up-close encounter with what appears to be a full-blown alien spacecraft.
It would be a bigger bummer. So these are much more valuable types of crops, and you got to be a lot more careful around them. And it really hasn't been until recently that technology has advanced to the point where we can do these kinds of things in these very, very tight spacing, very precious crops around us as we're navigating through and doing those pre- and post-harvest work.
That's Agtonomy's co-founder and CEO, Tim Hoover. For the last 40 years, the Ag Information Network has been the source of news for farmers and ranchers.
Captured just above the cameraman's house, this object is like nothing we've seen before. Its glowing bluish surface, resembling a miniature sun, and its sheer size rule out any possibility of human technology.
That's Autonomy's co-founder and CEO, Tim Hoover. For the last 40 years, the Ag Information Network has been the source of news for farmers and ranchers.
When the video is slowed down and zoomed in, the craft's shape morphs and reveals two distinct wings and a glowing central body. It moves gracefully, almost like it's swimming through our atmosphere, and even flies directly over the person filming. Small orbs were strange enough, but massive spacecraft like this demand attention. Could this be a threat to Earth? Let us know what you think. Alien or something else entirely? Ever heard of the biblical Ezekiel's wheel? This video claims to capture one in real life, and it's pretty strange. Uploaded on X, the video shows a strange object in the night sky. It resembles a wheel within a wheel, rotating on its own axis in a bizarre and mesmerizing way. The structure appears to be filled with light-like optics that look like eyes, revolving around some kind of central framework. Now, I know some of you might think it's just a drone, but let me ask you, have you ever seen a drone like this? I bet not. Whatever this object might be, the possibility of alien existence is starting to feel more real than ever. This apartment owner had the shock of his life when, while enjoying tea on his terrace, he spotted a terrifying sight. Right over New York, overlooking Brooklyn, this video captures what appears to be an entire UFO-like structure in the distance. It has strange lights across its surface, and as the cameraman zooms in, you can faintly make out the outline of a large, building-like structure. How has this not been noticed by any news channels or government officials if it's so apparent? Maybe it's just a weather satellite or a cell tower, but if it's not, then we might need to consider the other possibility. Everyone has their own depiction of how the end of times might look, but this apartment owner may have caught the worst of it happening in real life.
What the fuck is that?
What's even stranger is that there's no report of this on any news channels or from government officials. This makes you wonder, could it be edited, or is it something they don't want us to know about? Either way, it's pretty weird and undeniably scary. This next video proves that even if you live high up in your apartment, you might not be safe from these drones. Uploaded on X, the clip shows strange drones flying over the New York sky. Initially, they appear in a formation, but then they separate and fly around as if spying on something, or maybe carrying out some kind of mission. Other internet users have also reported similar sightings of these unusual drones, yet there's still no official statement from the government about them. In a close-up, you can see these drones have a bright, unusual light on their main body, with two wing-like structures on the sides. It's a pretty odd design for a drone, but perhaps it was intentionally made this way. Our skies are getting stranger by the day, and it's high time we get some answers from the government. What do you think is going on? Talking about the sky, often breathtakingly beautiful, sometimes holds secrets, like these strange, mysterious lights, forming a triangle for reasons only God knows. This clip captures 3 glowing lights coming together, one by one, in a triangular formation. It seems like they might be controlled by someone, or perhaps they're gathering for some kind of internal communication. While these could be drones, their intense brightness and the fact that the video was taken from a considerable distance make their size seem far too large for typical drones. They even resemble the lights from a previous video, but these ones are moving much faster. I can't say for sure, but it feels like something unusual is happening up there, and whatever it is, they seem to have a purpose. This neighborhood took matters into their own hands to show these strange drones that they're messing with the wrong species. This video, filmed in New Jersey, USA, shows someone attempting to shoot down a strange drone with a semi-automatic rifle. The drone appears to be similar to others we've seen before, but this time, we see shots fired toward it as someone on the ground targets it. Most of the shots miss, but a few seem to connect. However, the drone doesn't appear to be affected. It keeps flying calmly, just as it did before. Now, the locals are taking matters into their own hands, as these drones are invading their personal space. But I can't help but feel a bit scared. What if these drones decide to retaliate? As much as alien activity seems to be increasing, it always appears to target US airspace, and this one comes from Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, something's going up real fast. A plane? I can't tell what it is. Whoa, is that moving quick? That could be a drone. I don't know what the hell that is. But that is quick. There's only one remaining right now. Whatever that green flashing one is, he moved quick around it to get it. Super quick. He's like right there with it. Oh, he's like right on it. Oh, that whatever it was just shut down the drone, if that was a drone. Holy crap.
This video, captured on December 14th, 2024 by a TikTok mom, shows strange objects flying in the sky. There are multiple lights, some flashing red, some green, and others constantly lit. They're also moving quickly and are in close proximity to each other. It looks like the orange light is the UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon, and the flickering one is a drone. As the drone approaches the UAP, it gets destroyed and falls to the ground.
Oh, something's going up real fast. A plane? that moving quick? Ooh, that whatever it was just shot down the drone, if that was a drone.
It seems like a government drone attempted to interact with the UAP, but it retaliated. The world is getting stranger and stranger as time passes, and I can't shake the feeling that the end is near. These UFO sightings are strange, but the speed these things can achieve is pretty terrifying, as captured in this video.
Look behind you. Insane. Whoa, did you see that just shoot across? Did anyone else see that? Look behind you. Insane.
This video was recorded by a Florida man while he was filming a video of the sea. As he was at it, he accidentally captured a fast-moving light that flashed through the sky in mere milliseconds. It was incredibly fast.
Look behind you. Insane. Whoa, did you see that just shoot across?
When slowing down the video, we can see the light zip across the sky. According to the uploader, it was traveling at Mach 20 speed, which I believe is only achievable by technology far beyond human capabilities. It's pretty terrifying to know these things can reach such high speeds. What else are they capable of, and what are they doing there? Let's discuss down in the comments. This next TikTok video looks like a real-life Star Wars battle happening in the USA skies.
It is going down in Dimona. Look at this shit. Look at this. These is not even. Oh my God, they done shot like some smart bombs or something. Look at this shit. They in the drone bombs or something. Look at this. What? Oh my God, what they done shot over here? Look at this. I'm filming this shit. It is crunk. It is crunk out here. What? What they done shot down? Oh my God. Oh my God. Look, look, look. Every direction they coming. It's all over. What is these? It's going down in under Israel skies, bro. If there's perfection, dun, 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 this must be it. Heaven in your eyes, walking with you under Israel sky. Dum, 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 under Israel sky. Oh man, it's crunker than a bitch out here.
In the video, hundreds of lights are moving across the sky, with an air raid siren blasting in the background. It feels like a fight scene from a Star Wars movie, and the man recording sounds genuinely scared. The lights are flying in all directions with no clear explanation. I did some research and found that the government has released a statement on the recent drone sightings. Officials say they don't believe these drones pose a national security or public safety risk, blaming some sightings on confusion with aircraft or hobbyist drones. But what about the air raid siren? That's definitely strange and unsettling.
These is not even. Oh my God, they done shot like some smart bombs or something. Look at this shit. They in the drone bombs or something. Look at this. I'm filming this shit. It is crunk. It is crunk out here. What? What they done shot down? This must be heaven in your eyes.
It seems like Atlanta also has a serious drone problem, and it's reaching extreme levels. I think we're in the end game here. In Atlanta, the sky is filled with lights that first look like stars, but then start moving and flickering. To me, they resemble surveillance drones, or maybe government-operated drones. But if that's the case, why aren't locals being informed about it? Across the USA, people are seeing similar sightings. You can say it's Starlink satellite lights, but those follow specific formations, while these were moving solo. It's getting pretty obvious, and I don't think they can keep this hidden from us much longer. This homeowner saw 4 F-16 fighter jets scrambling near his house in Atlantic City, but a few hours later, he discovered the reason for it.
You'll do it? Yeah, I can see it in the movement. They just redid the
And I also have a bunch of leotards, so that including Dad. Dad, I think Mama's gonna sign me up for gymnastics with Luna. You know that, Dada?
Yeah?
Luna, I think Mama's gonna sign me up with Luna in the same exact class. Right, Mama?
Yeah, call them.
Okay.
I'll ask, Luna's mom.
The video captures an extremely bright glowing orb in the sky. According to the homeowner, it moved slowly toward their house, then changed direction after about 10 minutes. It was around 25,000 feet high and visible for about an hour and a half before disappearing. The homeowner, a former Air Force mechanic with knowledge of drones, is confident this object was neither a plane nor a drone. It's going on in New Jersey as well. They are definitely up to something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even Joe Rogan's Instagram page is sharing UFO sightings, and this one is the strangest of them all.
It's a plane with the lights.
No, it's not.
No, it ain't.
No, it's not.
Plane.
Oh,
There's
no clouds. Shh. Quiet.
That's a UFO,
Look at it.
dude.
Look at it on the camera. It's like a dome.
That's a UFO.
Quiet.
What the fuck? Like literally,
Look
dude,
at that
that's
thing.
weird in the sky right there.
Dude,
Dude, are we watching a comet or shooting star falling?
No, that's not moving quick enough. There's no tail. That's a UFO.
There's no blue or red
Look,
lights.
something's coming off.
What the fuck?
Whoa, bro.
It's coming
I've
right
never seen
here.
anything like that. It's kind of like an aura coming off. I've never seen anything like it.
I got my video like 2 hours in the video of this shit.
What the fuck is that?
Dude, this is nuts.
Look at the glow around it.
Look how the light's going off in two sides,
Oh,
though.
look, it's moving. Look at the lights are moving around it. What the fuck? It's hovering. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I see that.
Look, it's going up. It's taking off. No fucking way. What the?
What the fuck? It just went out to space.
What?
It just went out to space.
What the
It just
fuck?
went out to space.
What the fuck?
Holy
Oh my
shit.
god.
Hey guys, Vandenberg could have launched something.
As you were saying,
That could have been
as
Vandenberg.
you were saying, no alien.
No fucking way.
Bro, that thing
No.
just fucking disappeared.
The video captures a distant shot of two large orbs in the sky doing strange things. One stays static while the other moves toward it, then passes by. Both orbs emit a light aura. After passing, the moving orb heads towards space, then zips upward and disappears. The person recording, along with those around them, were just as confused and freaked out as we are. I can't wait for Joe Rogan to cover this on his podcast and reveal what's really going on. Because honestly, I'm terrified. This one from Washington, D.C. shows something shapeshifting right in front of the locals, and they had no idea what was happening.
It's like walking. Like it has feet. What is that? Do you see it?
Yeah, it looks like a drone swarm.
What's a drone
Right over the
swarm?
airport. A swarm of drones.
The video shows a strangely shaped object in the sky that seems to have feet and is shifting into a humanoid form. It's huge and has the same red shape and color seen in a similar video from Brazil. This one is the strangest, with its weird shape and light. What do you think it is? Have you seen something like that before?
It's like walking. Like it has feet. What is that? Do you see it?
Yeah, it looks like a drone swarm.
What's a drone
Right over the
swarm?
airport. A swarm of drones.
Imagine you're watching a video filmed by a driver at night. The scene illuminated only by the vehicle's headlights, but then something unexpected appears. Briefly captured on the phone camera as the car speeds by.
C'est quoi ça? C'est quoi? Oh putain!
To the left of the car, visible through the window, there's an odd, unsettling presence. It's a figure that resembles a lady. Clad in a long, elegant gown reminiscent of styles worn 60 years ago, grand and out of place on a deserted road at night. The dress flows gracefully, suggesting a bygone era of sophistication and formality. However, there's an eerie quality to this figure. Although her face isn't visible, there's something about her posture, the way she's standing, that stirs a deep sense of unease, hinting that she might not be of this world. The fleeting glimpse raises more questions than it answers, leaving the viewer. Imagine you're cruising down the road, heading home after a demanding day at the office, when suddenly you witness this coming down from the sky. This video, originating from Russia, captures the breathtaking descent of what appears to be debris from a meteor. The sizable meteor fragments are hurtling down from the sky at an impressive speed, casting a radiant light that illuminates the entire city. The spectacle reaches its zenith as the meteor debris crashes into Russia's Ural Mountains, unleashing a powerful shockwave that shatters windows and rattles buildings. Notably, this incident was unintentionally well documented, thanks to the widespread use of dash cameras in Russia at the time. Numerous dash comms recorded the meteor streaking across the sky, followed by the dazzling flash accompanying its explosion. Elizabeth Pearson, an astronomer from Cardiff University, points out that the shedding of debris from a substantial asteroid is not an uncommon occurrence. It happens more frequently than one might think. While the event took everyone by surprise, it left an enduring impression on those fortunate enough to witness this cosmic display. this video might just make you rethink that leisurely stroll through the woods. As this couple is just walking in the forest, they spot something big and dark, moving among the trees. At first, they think it's a bear, which by itself would be enough to worry about, right? Personally, I would certainly not stick around to make this recording. But what is even more scary is that after a few moments, this bear does something bears don't usually do. It stands up on 2 legs, just like a person. That's when the couple knows it's time to get out of there, fast. The camera's all shaky as they run, trying not to trip over anything, and you can't see any much more after that. So, what was that thing? Some say it might be Bigfoot. Considering how it stood up on its 2 legs, the dark hair covering its entire body, and the overall massive size, could it be true? While some may doubt the existence of ghosts, this video could sway even skeptics. A man at home witnessed a spooky event, a chair swaying on its own. Perplexed by the sight, he grabbed his phone and started recording. Intrigued and somewhat spooked, he called his wife to witness the unusual spectacle.
Hey, hon, come here.
However, the wife, overwhelmed by fear, hesitated to approach the mysteriously moving chair. There is also something this guy said that made me think. He said that this is the most active he's seen it during the day, which makes us realize that this is not the first strange sight this family has had. But the recording took a chilling turn once he got closer to the chair and looked at the reflection. We can clearly see someone standing in the chair, and even more bizarre, we can then see the ghostly entity stand up from the chair, and it lunges at him.
I'm not liking this. Hon, let's go to dinner.
The man was visibly shaken and started calling for his wife to get out of the house for a while. The lingering question remains: what was the ghost's motive behind this unsettling manifestation? Numerous Bigfoot sightings circulate on the internet, with some debunked but a few remain a mystery. This particular sighting, though less known, is quite compelling. The creature captured in the footage closely matches the traditional descriptions of Bigfoot. A man noticed this creature lurking behind the trees. He anticipated its return and decided to document the encounter. After a short wait, the creature emerged among the trees and gradually moved away. Its massive black hair and bipedal form challenges any simple explanation as a mere bear or person. I personally believe that it is something distinct and notably too enormous for it to be just a man in a costume. The man's recording provides undeniable evidence of an encounter with a large, unidentified creature. Forests are mysterious places and they harbor countless secrets, especially when veiled in darkness during the night. To uncover the mysteries and observe animal behavior, people often deploy trail cameras in the forest. However, these cameras sometimes capture inexplicable phenomena. In one such footage, humanoid figures were caught on a trail camera. Initially, the camera recorded a creature with human-like features, moving on both hands and feet, creating an unsettling and eerie scene. Later, more eerie individuals emerged before the camera. What's unsettling is that they were unclothed and had eerie, slender bodies. Who were these individuals? What were they doing in the forest at night? I have no explanation for this video, so please feel free to comment. You may have encountered unimaginable and mysterious creatures in your life. It is believed that the ocean is home to thousands of creatures, some of which remain unknown to scientists. Could it be possible that some of these unidentified creatures find their way into ponds and lakes? Incidents have been reported worldwide where eerie and unknown creatures have been observed in such bodies of water. In this footage, a family passing by a pond near the road noticed a large number of worm-like creatures in the water. These creatures resemble worms, but differ in structure and form from typical worms or eels. the entire pond was dominated by the population of these unknown creatures. Intrigued, the family decided to stop their car and started recording the scene. They even captured one of these creatures and placed it in a bucket they had with them. It looks a bit like a centipede with all those little arm-like things around it. But as far as I know, they aren't the swimming type. Does anyone have a clue what they might be? I looked a bit online, but I could not find this species. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. In a remote California forest, where trail cameras are often deployed by wildlife enthusiasts and researchers, a piece of footage has emerged that sends shivers down the spine. The serene forest setting is suddenly disrupted when an enigmatic figure materializes in front of the camera, almost as if it appeared out of thin air. The figure, adopting a humanoid stance and adorned with a face mask, stands eerily still, fixating on the camera with an unsettling gaze. The mysterious individual then casually teleports to the side before the video unexpectedly concludes. While it's plausible that this is a person wearing a mask, the motivations behind their presence in the heart of the forest at that particular moment remain shrouded in mystery, injecting an unsettling element into the footage. Back in 2015, a video surfaced claiming to have captured a spooky encounter on Halloween. The footage unfolds in front of a festively decorated tree, adorned with hanging seeds and a black coat in the backdrop. Amidst these Halloween trinkets, something strange unfolds. At the 5-second mark, a wispy figure materializes in front of the black coat, taking on a human-like form. Over the next few seconds, the smoky figure seems to thicken, almost as if it's hanging upside down from the tree. The sight is downright eerie, and moments later, the figure appears to rise before vanishing into thin air. While the video hints at a ghostly presence or spirit, I'm open to considering alternative explanation. I welcome anyone to share their thoughts in the comments. This video originates from Paraguay and has left people in both fear and confusion. In the footage, recorded by locals in a Paraguayan village, a creature is seen floating in the water. This creature appears lifeless, but its strange appearance adds to the mystery. The creature has a hairless, fur-deprived body with 2 arms and legs, resembling a human. Its hands are particularly unsettling, displaying a humanoid structure with 5 fingers and a palm. While the creature's face is not clearly visible in the footage, it is suggested to bear a resemblance to the mythical chupacabra. The chupacabra is often described as a creature that acts like a vampire, killing animals by sucking their blood. Stories of such creatures date back several decades, with the first major wave of alleged chupacabra sightings reported by farmers in Puerto Rico in the late 1980s and early 1990s. This video adds to the ongoing lore surrounding these mysterious beings. Our oceans are captivating, housing creatures that often leave us wondering if they are real or some form of extraterrestrial being. This video showcases one such enigmatic sea creature found in the mud. The creature possesses a strange appearance, featuring a hard shell covering half of its body, resembling a shrimp on the other half. Notably, the hard shell displays 2 closely spaced eyes, and the tail exhibits 3 large tentacle-like structures. Despite its alien-like appearance, this creature is not otherworldly, but a horseshoe crab. Horseshoe crabs, while not actual crabs, are characterized by their slow movements and the habit of hitting the beaches of the Atlantic Ocean in late spring. Their name originates from the horseshoe shape of their shell. Interestingly, the horseshoe crab's existence spans an impressive 450 million years, challenging the notion of simplicity in the natural world. Imagine yourself as a hiker exploring the deep Canadian Acadian woods, and suddenly you spot a large black creature stealthily trailing you. Naturally, your instinct would be to record the encounter, much like the hiker in this footage. The video captures a sizable black creature, stalking the hiker from the bushes. After a few seconds of realizing it has been spotted, the creature ventures off into the forest, and the video concludes. In terms of appearance, the creature appears tall, possibly ranging from 8 to 10 feet in height when compared to the nearby woods. Its head and neck exhibit humanoid features, and its body is covered in thick black fur. It seems the hiker may have captured a rare and unsettling sight, the legendary Bigfoot. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. We witnessed the resurgence of the long-beaked echidna, but brace yourself for something even more extraordinary. This video, filmed in the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the ocean, reveals a mesh-like structure submerged in the water. Suddenly, a colossal, shark-like head emerges from the side. The creature appears curious about the mesh contraption, investigating it with a series of sniffs. After exploring the apparatus, the creature swims in front of the camera, revealing its massive and bulky physique, complete with substantial fins and gills. The head of this aquatic creature is particularly unsettling and creepy. Strikingly, it bears a resemblance to the megalodon, a species of shark that went extinct 23 million years ago. Megalodons could reach lengths of up to 20.3 meters, or 67 feet, with estimated modal lengths around 10.5 meters, or 34 feet. This video adds another layer to the reasons why one might hesitate to go swimming at the beach. Exploring abandoned places has never turned out to be good in years. Still, people don't ever stop doing that. Take these guys for instance. They decided to go to an abandoned building in the middle of the night and then got scared when they saw a ghost standing in their way.
Just go, take the right.
What else was going to happen anyways? The ghost had white overalls on and looked like a ghost of a patient. As the location of the places was never mentioned, we can make a guess that it was an abandoned hospital. The ghost could be a patient who died there. And the sight was scary enough to have the people run for their life a second after watching the figure standing in front of them. Was it a real ghost? Or was it a fake video just to get some attention on the internet? The conclusion is on you to make. While busy capturing his bunnies engaging in random activities, he heard something weird outside. Following the noise, he moved towards the window to see what it was, and to his shock, it resembled something straight out of a horror movie.
There's something like
crouching down there.
Yeah, could you get the light?
In the midst of darkness, a small ray of light fell on the figure apparently crouching down on the ground. However, as soon as the cryptid realized it had been seen by humans, it didn't waste a second before leaving the place. Despite being shocked to the core, the guy went out to get a clearer picture of the scary thing he had just seen. Unfortunately, the creepy figure was already gone for good before anyone could reach it. When looking back at the video, although blurry, I can see that this can't be an animal. The shape resembles a human, although it looks very strange and feral. This video sparked a clash online upon its posting, with many people claiming it as the ultimate evidence of cryptids being real, while others insisted it was a fake video. Regardless of which side you're on, witnessing such a thing in the middle of the night can be a downright scary experience, and there is no denying that. Feel free to draw your own conclusions about its authenticity. Woods have always been associated with mystery and darkness since mankind found its way on Earth. With creepy surroundings, wandering deadly predators, and the ominous darkness. However, this does not deter humans from visiting such potentially dangerous places. Take this guy, for instance. He decided to wander off looking for evidence of the unknown, and that is exactly what he found. Venturing deeper into the forest, he sensed a weird energy getting closer to him. Soon enough, he saw what exactly was making him feel that way. A scary figure, dressed as a normal human being, was standing a few feet away from him. The man pointed his flashlight towards the figure, but it did not move. It seemed as if the figure was just standing there, staring at the man, warning him to get away or face deadly consequences. Fortunately, the man heeded the warning and left the place before anything bad could happen.
I heard something here.
What's that?
Go.
Uploaded anonymously, the video remains a mystery yet to be solved. In my opinion, it could be someone's hanging clothes, but there was a head attached to it, so the chances of it being a ghost are very high. This video was found on a camera discovered in the Scottish woodland a couple of years ago. The camera had only a small clip of two bikers riding around the woods. During the ride, the camera turned towards a scary figure standing right beside them. The bikers paused for a second, looked at each other, before deciding to ride away from the place, as that creepy figure was not something they expected in normal circumstances. The figure had a white face and was completely covered in black overalls. It looked creepy enough to scare even the bravest man. Whether that was just a prop put in the forest to give a scare, I can hear something like a scream in the recording as well. Either way, I am glad they decided to pedal away and not investigate. What happens in abandoned buildings, especially when the buildings were once used for all holy purposes, like churches? This clip might give you a glimpse into the world of the abandoned and the paranormal. Recorded by a security camera placed inside the church, this clip appeared to be very normal at first. There was not a single soul in sight, but then something weird happened. A shadow figure appeared at the backside near the windows. It looked like the shadow of a bent man with a cloth on him, walking around. Everything returned to normal, only for the shadow to appear again, but this time slightly at the front near the benches. The possibility of a human being there is very low, so anyone who saw a clip quickly determined that it was a ghost. Or is there more to this clip that we don't know about? This next clip has been causing quite a stir on the internet, with many suggesting that it captures the sight of an aquatic Batman. What you just witnessed wasn't Batman soaring through the skies in a movie scene, but rather real footage captured underwater. In the video, we see a truly strange creature swimming in the water, resembling something out of a superhero comic. At first glance, it may appear to be a jellyfish, but its method of swimming is unlike anything a jellyfish would do. This creature boasts a dark coloration and what seems like a cape-like structure on its back, reminiscent of Batman's iconic wings. It utilizes these wing-like structures to gracefully disperse water as it moves through its aquatic environment. While this creature is undoubtedly strange, my guess is that it could be a lesser-known relative of the jellyfish family. After all, the ocean is full of surprises, and who's to say that one of its inhabitants couldn't resemble Batman? Hunters were out on their usual hunting trip in the African forest when they stumbled upon a truly bizarre creature that defies description. This isn't a scene from a fantasy movie. It's real footage captured by our African hunters. The creature before us was found by the hunters, and it is utterly strange and unsettling. It got a human-like face atop the body of a small koala, covered in hair. It's a sight that just doesn't seem right. In the video, the hybrid creature appears to be resting, perhaps even lifeless at first glance. But upon closer inspection, you can see subtle movements suggesting it's just asleep. Personally, anything with even a hint of human features sends shivers down my spine. Attention all Bigfoot enthusiasts, prepare to bolster your evidence. and convinced the skeptics that this legendary creature is indeed real. At first glance, it resembles a gorilla or an ape, but given that this was recorded in the Acadian forest of Canada, I'm sure that's not the case. This creature stands tall and possesses a humanoid posture, moving through the bushes in a distinctly human-like manner. The video was taken from a hidden spot, unbeknownst to the creature. However, a sudden noise from the hiker alerted the humanoid figure, causing it to become agitated. In a chilling display, the creature began growling in a deeply unsettling voice, prompting the hiker to flee in fear. This creature perfectly fits the description of what many refer to as Bigfoot, adding yet another intriguing piece to the puzzle of its existence. Do you think this video? Now, we've got a clip straight from a remote African village, and let me tell you, it's downright unsettling. What you just witnessed isn't some extraterrestrial being dropped off by an alien ship. It's a Percussion mutant. This mutated pig's appearance is quite eerie, with a dog-like lower body and a humanoid head. The mutation has twisted its facial features, giving it a human-like nose, tongue, and eyes. It's especially unnerving to see its mouth hanging open with the tongue sticking out. At first glance, we might have all mistaken it for an alien, but it's actually a baby pig, unfortunately born with disabilities and mutations. Creatures like this mutant often have short lives, as their abnormalities make it difficult for them to survive. Even though this creature seems straight out of a nightmare, I hope it found ease of life after this video was taken, and that local authorities provided the care it needed. This video serves as a reminder of why it's crucial to always close your car doors, especially when you live near wooded areas. An unexpected guest hopped inside the car of a man, and he was too afraid to go open it directly, so he came up with a plan to open the door with a string. The strategy proves successful. With the door swinging open, the frantic bear makes a swift escape back into the woods. While the homeowner's decision to release the animal appears noble, the aftermath isn't quite as rosy. Driven by panic and the instinct to search for food, the trapped bear wreaked havoc on the car interior. This close encounter serves as a stark reminder. Leaving your car unlocked in areas frequented by wildlife can have unexpected consequences. The homeowner will likely think twice about leaving their car unsecured in the future. Imagine taking a stroll in your neighborhood after a rainy day, and suddenly you stumble upon this thing. Like me, your first thought might be to get rid of it as quick as possible, maybe by burning it or squishing it under your shoe. However, a closer look reveals a fascinating phenomenon in nature. This circular cluster is actually a group of black caterpillars engaged in a unique behavior called a rolling swarm. Each caterpillar moves at a slightly different pace. Those on top continuously climb over their neighbors, creating a conveyor belt effect. This means the ones in the second layer go twice as fast, but then, once they make it to the front, they have to slow down again as they make their way back to the bottom. With all this going on, it creates this ring-like shape. Even though it's somewhat natural, it still gives me the chills. Get ready for a journey back to World War right from the heart of a German army camp. In the footage you just witnessed, we see a German army camp where troops stumbled upon a truly bizarre and unsettling creature during a routine patrol. This creature gave off vibes of a humanoid mixed with a wolf, resembling something out of a werewolf tale. Towering in height, it boasted sharp, ferocious-looking teeth. The German soldiers were understandably puzzled and intrigued by their discovery. as captured in the video where they attempted to document the creature. Now, some skeptics might suggest that the footage was digitally manipulated, and we can't rule that out, but it still looks intriguing. If indeed genuine, this footage forces us to confront the possibility that creatures akin to werewolves may have roamed among us. An anonymous viewer sent me this image through email, saying that they found it online. No source added. They said they thought this is the best image they've seen of Bigfoot. I have to say that indeed this is the clearest image of Bigfoot. If it is indeed Bigfoot, or if it is indeed real and not some artificial intelligence image. The body covered in fur seems massive, although I am not sure how close to the camera it is, but the face leans more into a canine creature. I am not sure what to make of this. What do you think? And if any of you have any more interesting footage, send them to the email in the description. This video will send shivers down your spine. It captures the terrifying experience of a homeowner who woke up in the middle of the night feeling thirsty. But instead of a refreshing drink, he got a major scare. The video shows a 911 call made by the homeowner after spotting a strange figure outside his window.
Hi, yeah, I'm and he's just like looking up at the window. He's been there for about 30 minutes now.
In the dead of night, a tall man, shrouded in a hoodie, stands motionless, staring intently into the house. The homeowner describes to 911 that he was being stalked for over 30 minutes by this unsettling figure. Imagine being in that situation. The homeowner's fear and confusion are completely understandable. Also, my mind is rushing with questions like, what does this person want? Why are they here in the middle of the night? Could they be dangerous? The time of night and the intensity of the stare make it undeniably creepy. This video, captured by a security camera, unveils a peculiar and unsettling scene unfolding during the night. The camera, likely set up to monitor the surroundings of a house, instead records an eerie encounter. A humanoid creature with glowing eyes is visible. As the figure walks down the path, it does something strange. It lies down flat on its stomach and then pushes up the front part of its body with its hands. When it does this, we can see its glowing eyes again, which adds to the creepiness of the scene. It's hard to say what this is. It does look like a person, but the behavior is very strange, and especially the glowing eyes or the hunched posture. The way it moves and the shape of its body are just not normal. You might say I am insane, but I doubt it could be human. Maybe one on some serious drugs. Filmed by a person sitting by a river under a large bridge, this video shows something unusual. It starts off peacefully, showing the bridge from below and the nice surroundings, suggesting it's a beautiful day. But then, something unexpected happens. The camera catches a glimpse of an odd figure, a humanoid creature that's hairless, gray, and doesn't look like anything typically seen. The creature's appearance is startling because it resembles what many people think of when they imagine an alien. Not from our world, mysterious, and unlike typical beings we know. It just appears out of nowhere, crosses the pillar, and then seems to disappear just as suddenly as it arrived. It's hard to say exactly what this creature is from the video alone. The fact that it looks so unusual and then vanishes without a trace adds to the mystery. It makes me wonder, are we alone in the universe, or is there another species that has been watching us all this time, and we did not notice, maybe even watching us from under our bridges? Filmed from a runner's view, with a camera probably attached to him as he jogs on a forest trail in the mountains. This video will give you an intense experience. As he's passing by many hikers, enjoying his run, something unexpected happens. A grizzly bear suddenly rushes out from the right side of the forest and starts chasing him. Right then, the whole mood of the video changes. What was a peaceful run turns into a scary situation.
Holy shit!
The runner realizes he's in big trouble and begins to sprint as fast as he can to get away from the bear. You can feel the tension as he pushes himself to the limit, trying to escape from this dangerous animal. It's a gripping moment, showing a peaceful nature run turning into a frantic escape for safety. As amazing as a running session in a mountain forest sounds, this video is one of the reasons I could never do that. These encounters terrify me, and I don't know if I would have been able to escape the attack. This video is captured from the viewpoint of a doorbell camera during a quiet night. Initially, everything is calm, and the street is empty, creating a peaceful, undisturbed setting. Suddenly, the tranquility is broken when skinny, long spider legs creep into the camera's frame, startlingly close to the lens. Moments later, the entire body of the spider comes into view. The spider has positioned itself directly in front of the camera, transforming the serene night into a startling scene, especially given the previous calmness. Although I'm not scared of spiders, this video scared the crap out of me. I did not see that coming. I stumbled upon this absolutely chilling video hidden in the darkest depths of Reddit. It looks like it was filmed inside a barn. Right as the camera starts rolling, a loud rhythmic banging crashes down from the roof. Then, something starts ripping the metal roof apart from above. You can see its shadowy form in the gap it creates. This creature is tearing through the roof like it's nothing, all while making that horrifying banging noise. It stops for a moment, and just when you think it's over, the video ends with a deafening crash. Honestly, this whole thing was deeply disturbing. Whatever that thing was, it seemed incredibly strong and angry. If I owned that barn, I'd be building the most reinforced roof imaginable. In this video, a guy's filming on the beach, and he stumbles upon something that's straight up shocking. Right there on the sand, super close to where the waves are crashing in, is this massive crocodile head. But here's the wild part. There's no body, just the head. And it looks like it's been chopped clean off. The side of the head that's showing is huge, way bigger than you'd expect. I've got to say, it's pretty startling to see. You'd never expect to find a crocodile's head like this, especially at the beach by the ocean. Crocs don't hang out in the sea, right? So, it's got me scratching my head, wondering how it ended up there. Was it some kind of fierce fight out in the wild? Or something else? Honestly, I find it a bit creepy and sad too. It's not every day you see something like that, and it's a bit of a reality check about the wild stuff that happens in nature that we don't always see. In this video, we see it from the perspective of a man and his friend who have stumbled upon an intriguing tunnel in a wall late at night. Motivated by curiosity, they decide to investigate where this tunnel might lead. The friend leads the way with a flashlight, and the man with the camera follows into the narrow passage. As they progress further into the tunnel, they pause to scan the area with the flashlight. Suddenly, an unidentified, furry bipedal creature darts out from the depths of the tunnel towards them. The details are unclear due to the poor lighting, but it's evident that the animal is unlike any typical wildlife they've encountered before. Understandably alarmed, the two individuals make a quick and frantic retreat, managing to escape the tunnel. It's one of those encounters that's both thrilling and a little bit terrifying. It makes you wonder what's lurking in the shadows when we're not paying attention. Personally, I'm glad they got out okay, but part of me is super curious about what that creature was. In this intriguing video, a man is driving when he comes across a sight that is as baffling as it is fascinating. Captured from his car, the footage shows a small, thin figure making its way across the street. The figure has the shape and appearance of a human, but is remarkably miniature, standing at about 50 to 60 centimeters, or around 20 inches in height. It's clear from the video that this isn't a child. The proportions are all wrong. The figure is too slender, more akin to a miniature adult than anything else. It's as though an adult has been scaled down by some fantastical shrink machine. The existence of such a being on a regular street is a profound deviation from the ordinary and naturally raises a multitude of questions. Where did it come from? What is it exactly? The footage doesn't provide clear answers, but it does offer a glimpse into the extraordinary, challenging my perceptions of what is possible. Personally, I find the video intriguing, and I can't stop wondering if this is not just an edit. The video presents a tense, yet remarkable encounter on a forest path where a man finds himself in an incredibly delicate situation. Filmed by another individual from a safe distance, we observe the man standing motionless with his hands raised as he faces two bears. In this intense moment, one of the bears approaches the man, being curious. The bear moves in closer, seemingly trying to decipher what this human presence means within its natural habitat. The man, for his part, remains impressively composed, understanding that sudden movements could be interpreted as a threat by the wildlife before him. The bear's investigative sniffing is a critical moment of interaction between species, and the video cuts off, leaving the outcome unresolved. These kind of encounters freak me out. I am well aware of the possibility of encountering a bear while hiking, but I think that nothing can prepare you for the moment you meet these terrifying creatures while enjoying nature. I don't know how I would react. In this video, you're seeing something unusual and intriguing through what seems to be a microscope. There are two orange worm-like creatures arranged end to end in a circle. They're moving in a peculiar way, almost like the way our intestines move when they push food through our system. These creatures could be some type of small worms or another kind of microorganism using this movement to get around. What they're doing in that circle is a bit of a mystery. It could be part of their way of eating, moving, or something else we don't understand without more information. Personally, I find it fascinating to catch a glimpse of these tiny life forms. I am not sure what these creatures are, and I am very curious about it. If you know what could they be, write in the comments. The video showcases a series of intriguing photographs capturing the remains of an unusual animal found on an ocean shore. The visuals reveal an animal with fur, positioned belly up, displaying distinctive claws and fangs, a sight that certainly piques curiosity and perhaps a bit of mystery. From the images and the accompanying story, we learn that this peculiar find was made following a storm, suggesting that the turbulent weather may have played a role in bringing the creature to the shore. The mention of experts proposing that it could be a skunk adds an interesting twist to the tale. Skunks are not typically associated with oceanic environments, making this explanation both surprising and a topic of speculation. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. The video presents an unusual sight, filmed from the safety of a woman's home. She captures footage of a creature that defies easy categorization, appearing as a hybrid between a rat and a worm. This peculiar animal moves along the ground near a wall, showcasing characteristics that are both fascinating and a bit unsettling. With the body and movement reminiscent of a worm, combined with the tail of a rat, this creature presents a unique visual puzzle. Its size is notable too, measuring at least 15 centimeters or 6 inches in length and possessing a substantial thickness. The way it moves, akin to the undulating motion of a worm, adds to the intrigue surrounding its appearance. This video makes me very curious of what this creature can be. I am sure I have seen it around somewhere, but I can't remember where. The video captured by a surveillance camera inside a mosque presents a compelling and mysterious scene. It shows individuals dressed in white engaging in prayer or meditation, seated on their knees with their heads and bodies bowed in reverence. A humanoid shadow materializes suddenly, with no apparent source or explanation. This shadowy figure captures our attention as it moves with purpose across the room. Its destination seems to be the door, and as it reaches this threshold, the figure appears to dematerialize or vanish into thin air, leaving no trace of its presence. The appearance of such a figure makes me raise questions and speculations about its nature. One interpretation offered is that it could be a jinn, a being from Islamic mythology, known for its ability to shapeshift and appear in various forms, often invisible to the human eye. What do you think this could be? The video captured from a parking lot in a residential area of New Jersey showcases an extraordinary and unusual sight that is as bewildering as it is fascinating. The person behind the camera manages to record a bear. Remarkably, the bear is seen walking on 2 legs, much like a human, as it navigates the street with an almost casual demeanor. As the bear approaches a trash can, it continues to maintain its bipedal stance, peering inside the container with a level of curiosity and scrutiny one might expect from a person rather than a wild animal. Despite this human-like investigation, the bear seems to find nothing of interest, and maintaining its upright posture, decides to simply move on, minding its own business. Personally, I find this video both amusing and a little awe-inspiring. It's a reminder of the unexpected wonders our world has to offer, and the sometimes thin line between human and animal behavior. The video in question offers a glimpse into an extraordinary and somewhat unsettling sight, captured from the back of a truck that's transporting animals. The person filming has stumbled upon a creature that, at first glance, seems to resemble a cow. However, upon closer inspection, it's clear this is no ordinary cow. The most striking feature is the animal's head, which appears to be split in half by a pronounced line that divides not only the head, but also the mouth and tongue. As a result, when the cow opens its mouth, 2 tongues are visible, extending outwards in an unusual display. This peculiar physical trait makes the animal a subject of fascination and speculation. Without knowing more, it's challenging to determine the exact nature or cause of this unique appearance. It could be a rare genetic mutation, or perhaps a condition not commonly seen by the general public. On a personal note, encountering such a distinctive creature is a reminder of how vast and surprising nature and its anomalies can be. I am sure most of us would call it a cryptid if we saw it in the wild. The video presents a strikingly unusual sight, a creature that, at first glance, defies the norms of natural biology. Held by its wings by a man, this creature appears to be a chicken, but with an unexpected twist. It has the head of what looks to be a monkey. Such an anomaly prompts immediate questions about the authenticity of what we're seeing. Given the extraordinary nature of this creature, skepticism naturally arises. The possibility of video editing or the use of a mask to create this bizarre visual effect seems plausible. Similarly, the idea of placing a mask on a chicken, while unusual, could achieve a similar effect without the need for digital manipulation. I'm inclined to approach this video with caution, leaning towards the explanation that there's some form of trickery at play. The idea of a chicken with a monkey's head, while fascinating, challenges our understanding of biology and genetics to such an extent that seeking a more rational explanation seems wise. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. This video was recorded back in 2013 when a guy was hiking in the mountains and heard breaking branches close to him. Scared, he tried hiding and then looking for what was causing it. Soon enough, he was able to uncover the scary reason behind the sounds. Quite close to the guy, the creature remained half hidden in the bushes and trees. Its whole body was covered in thick, dark hair. The man remained hidden, trying his best to not be seen by the creature, or else it would have ended very badly for him. I don't know if it's just my imagination, but the creature seemed to be reaching with its arm, which I don't think a bear would do. You could see part of that tree moving like it was picking leaves. For me, it looked like it was Bigfoot. Also, it had a unique color, and I've heard people describing Bigfoots as having a mixture of colors like this creature. Could it be Bigfoot, or am I mistaken? And this is just a bear caught at just the right moment. There are times when humans come across a sight that takes them back to the mythological world. Something exactly like that happened in 2015 in Thailand when locals saw a buffalo giving birth to a scary creature. Although the animal was born to a healthy buffalo and had the hooves, body, and limbs of a mammal, it also had strange reptile-like scales and an elongated snout. And candles were lit around the calf, as locals believed it would bring them good luck, while humans' imagination and mind ran wild with the poor calf, assuming it to be an omen, or for some, a mutation mix of a crocodile and a buffalo. In reality, it was just a baby with a skin disorder, resulting in it being scaly like a reptile. Hiking alone in the woods can be scary, but sometimes things happen that make you wonder. That's what happened to a woman who had an encounter with the wild that left her terrified.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Instead of attacking her, like you might expect, the cougar was just as surprised and scared as she was. It actually just ran away quickly, as if trying to escape the strange human encounter. Luckily, the woman filmed the whole thing and shared it online, where everyone who saw it could only talk about how lucky she was. And I find myself in that group. I can't state enough just how dangerous such situations are. A human stands no chance against this animal. The strength and power golden eagles hold are unmatchable. And if you think these eagles only attempt to catch small fish or animals, then you are wrong. An example of their daring nature can be seen in this clip, where everything seems normal at first, with the deer family grazing busy in their own selves. But just then, the majestic eagle approaches from behind and attempts to catch one of the fawns. Thankfully, the deer were quick enough to not just react, but to run as well. And that's how the eagle's attempt failed. If the grazing animals had been slightly later, one of them would have been in the grip of the sharp claws, flying high above the sky, waiting to be someone's dinner. We all have an idea of how scary nature can be, but it becomes scarier for us humans when it comes at us with all its might. People in Thailand witnessed the strength of nature when a flood hit the country and damaged as much as it could. One clip, which particularly went viral, was of a car caught in the strong flow of water. The people sitting in the car couldn't even get the chance to get out of it. and they just went with the flow. No one could help them at that moment, even if they wanted to, because that would mean risking their own lives, considering the raging water's flow. The video ended abruptly. However, later it was revealed by the authorities that every single person inside the car was rescued. Recorded years ago, this clip had everyone in shock as they laid their eyes on it. It was in India that some locals saw a weird animal roaming around their village. Not knowing what it was, they caught it and got it caged. At first, I thought that it's a dog with some skin disease, but it does not really look like a canine. The body shape resembles more of a rat. Was it some species that had somehow hidden from human eyes till today? Or was it just an animal with some abnormality that got way too big? When it was uploaded on the internet, everyone had their own opinions. However, I can't say for sure which is the true one. Anyone has any explanation? With every clip, you will be taken to the weird world in which we live. This clip, for instance, shows another moment that, if not filmed, no one would have ever believed. In the middle of the night, when everything seemed calm and peaceful, a raccoon made a grand appearance on a Ring camera. But the raccoon was not doing anything usual. Instead, it was flawlessly walking on its front legs. I gotta give it to him. He's got skill. Now, the question is why? Why was the raccoon up to such tricks? Maybe its hind legs were hurt. Or maybe it was just trying to show off its newly learned tricks. Has anyone ever seen this before? I know it's a first for me. Zoos have been keeping animals for so long, feeding them whatever they can. However, this zoo staff was recorded feeding something out of the ordinary to a few of their animals: blood. Vampire bats are known for their liking of blood, and that's the main thing they live on. So, to keep them alive and healthy, the zoo makes sure to give them enough blood when they need. In the clip, we can see how they have arranged a number of tiny bowls which they fill with blood, and then the bats come to the ground to drink from them. This non-traditional way might freak you out, but that's the only way to keep these bats healthy and satisfied. As for what kind of blood the zoo feeds them, it remains a mystery, adding to the creepiness of the whole situation. Although I am pretty sure it's not human, so don't worry. Trail cameras are set up to get insights of the wild, and to capture them being themselves in the wild, and this trail camera captured exactly that. A pine marten who was on a mission to get some food had no idea that an owl was right there with its sharp eyes on them. The pine marten, stumbling upon an owl nest, thought it could get a quick snack. Only got a whack on the back. That was enough for it to know that the area is not safe and it needs to run for its life. However, the second pine marten got a little more than that, as the owl pushed it down the tree branch with a whiff. I have to say that the owl has an interesting way to defend its territory. Hit and run rather than stand and fight. I guess it adapts to its advantages, as owls have perhaps one of the most silent flight, so other animals will never hear it coming. Either way, the pine martens got their lesson. Never again should they come to the same spot. While most people only focused on the buffaloes making their way through the thick snow, not many saw what was happening in the background. While the buffaloes were busy walking around, not just one or two, but 4 massive creatures were captured on camera as well. They remained mostly hidden behind the trees, but the glimpse that we got was enough for us to know that they were none other than Bigfoot. They were huge if we consider their size compared to the trees, and the way they effortlessly moved through the snow tells us that they were not average humans. The footage was recorded by a camera mounted in the area for surveillance purposes, and when the authorities got the video, they were quite shocked. Do you believe this is footage of a Bigfoot family? A guy was in the middle of the river trying to catch some fish when he noticed a weird creature in the water. It took him a few minutes to realize that it was a sloth, almost drowning. The man quickly went up to the animal and rescued it on his boat. And that's how this sloth got not just his life saved, but also a good ride on the boat. However, when the video was uploaded at first without any context, many people confused the sloth to be some weird creepy creature. It did look like it, but I think after a while it looks clear it is a sloth. I applaud the man for taking care of it. These creatures are pretty known to not be the most adapted ones. This video was uploaded by a guy on YouTube in 2017. He recorded and uploaded it to see if others had any idea what the thing he just saw was. Apparently, it looked like an insect, but not one or two. Instead, a whole group conjoined together, clinging to a tree or rock in the creepiest way possible. And to make it scarier, the whole mass was pulsating in a weird way as well. At first, I was shocked and found myself scratching my head since I had no idea what it was. But later I found out online that this mass might be tens of sawfly larvae, although I can't say with full confidence that they appear much larger than they would be alone, and they then wriggle in unison to appear as one organism. I heard before of this kind of behavior, which is triggered in order to incur a survival advantage, because one single larvae would be easy to pick and eat by the birds. Therefore, they form this weird mass and freak every passing being out. But I can be wrong. What do you think? If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. This next clip from Florida gives us a clear reminder of why it's best not to mess with the wild. In this video captured by fishermen, the atmosphere is tense as they find themselves facing an unexpected visitor. As they fish minding their own business, when suddenly there's something approaching from the water in the background. As it gets closer, they realize it's an alligator. But instead of hightailing it out of there, they decide to joke around and keep recording. As the alligator gets nearer, it starts going after their fishing rope. At first, the fishermen find it kind of fascinating, but then, to their surprise and horror, the alligator turns its attention toward them and makes a quick leap onto their boat. Naturally, they panic and jump off the boat, realizing just how close they came to a potentially dangerous situation. After all, these predators are no joke. One bite, and they could drag you right into the water. I bet those guys won't be fishing for a while after that adrenaline-packed encounter. We've all seen fishing mishaps, but this video takes it to a whole new level with a modern twist that's never been seen before.
Oh my god! Oh no!
Oh, yep, you saw that right, fishing with drones. Sounds pretty ridiculous, doesn't it? Well, this footage was captured by a duo of friends, one of whom was determined to prove a point by catching fish using his drone. So, he rigs up a fishing line and hook below the drone and sets off flying it over a serene lake. As luck would have it, a fish takes the bait, and the friends erupt in laughter and celebration, thinking they've won the bet. But then, disaster strikes. The fish starts thrashing around, causing the drone to lose its balance and take a dive into the water, ending the video right there. It was quite the ambitious attempt, but as they say, it turned out to be an expensive fail. Who knows, maybe in the future, there will be drones that can fish for us without taking an unexpected dip. Ever wonder how crocodiles spend their days? Well, get ready for a laugh, because this video gives you a peek into the wild side. In this footage, we witness a rather amusing and intriguing sight. A crocodile leisurely sliding down a slippery slope into the water below. What's really amusing is how this crocodile makes it look so effortless. like it's done this 100 times before. You can almost imagine it thinking, "Yep, just another day at the office," as it glides down with ease. And hey, who can blame it? When you look around, it's clear this was the easiest route down to the water below. This clip just goes to show that even creatures like crocodiles have some smarts up their scales. They've got their own ways of making daily life a little more fun and convenient. After watching this, I can't help but wish I was that crocodile, sliding into the day with nothing but good vibes. This next clip is one of those that really gets under your skin. I mean, seriously, if this isn't some kind of trickery, I might be sleeping with the lights on tonight. Uploaded on Instagram with a chilling caption claiming it to be a ghost. This video presents a scene straight out of a horror movie. In the video, there's this eerie humanoid figure screaming and levitating like something out of a nightmare. It's got long, tangled hair, and its face looks like it's been through the ringer, all dried up and ghostly. After the scream fest, it just vanishes behind a pillar, leaving you wondering what the heck you just witnessed. People have been buzzing about this clip, throwing out theories left and right. Some think it's CG from a movie promo. Others reckon it's just someone in a freaky costume. But let me tell you, the way that thing moves and blends into the background, it's hard not to wonder if it's the real deal. Honestly, if this is just some clever editing, hats off to whoever pulled it off. In November, a bizarre and eerie video surfaced on a YouTube channel called Shimmy Jim Hog. According to the video captions, a homeowner captured this footage around 1:30 in the morning when he started hearing strange noises on his roof, similar to what he had heard the previous night. Armed with his camera, he ventured outside to investigate. As the homeowner stepped outside, he shared with the camera his curiosity about the mysterious sound. However, to his horror, when he pointed the camera towards the roof, he discovered a truly creepy humanoid figure staring down at him. The man, understandably startled, stumbled backward and rushed inside to grab his firearm. Upon returning, the mysterious creature had vanished into the night. The creature appeared bald with a large, round head, but due to the low light, its facial features remained obscured. To me, this creature resembles what is often referred to as the rake. Regardless of its identity, the eerie encounter left an impression of something with potentially malevolent intentions. This video unfolds in the Himalayas, capturing footage that left viewers in a state of fear and confusion. Two hikers recorded this scene as they explored the Himalayan range, spotting a large dark creature in the distance leisurely strolling around. This creature, entirely black and seemingly covered in a thick coat of fur, initially gave off the impression of a bear. However, as it came into clearer view, it became evident that it wasn't a bear due to its humanoid posture. Some viewers who have seen the video are skeptical, suggesting it may be the elusive Yeti. The Yeti, often described as an ape-like creature, has been a subject of folklore in the region. So, the question remains, what do you think this creature is? A Yeti, or perhaps something even more strange and unsettling than our familiar classifications? This video serves as a clear reminder of why it's crucial to keep a close eye on toddlers, even if it's just a few seconds. Hailing from Seattle, the footage captured by a home security camera unfolds in the backyard of a house. The camera captures a curious toddler taking tentative steps towards something in the distance, piquing their interest. However, the unsettling part is that what caught the toddler's attention wasn't the usual suspects like a cat, dog, or squirrel. It was a massive black bear, The toddler heads directly toward the imposing bear. Fortunately, just in the nick of time, the toddler's mother rushes out to retrieve them. Yet, as she gets closer, she realizes that her little one is running straight towards the bear. Acting swiftly, the mother catches her toddler and brings them safely inside. It's undeniably a close call, and we're grateful that the mother's quick actions averted a potentially dangerous situation. Thank goodness for the vigilant mom. A video was uploaded on Reddit by a user claiming to have a clip of a mountain beast captured on a bridge. In the video, you can see the edge of a forest and the shadow of what seems to be a bridge road. After a few seconds, a large shadow appears, walking on the bridge. The shadow is quite big compared to the bridge and moves around casually. Its outline resembles a humanoid, making it look like a Sasquatch. However, I'm still not completely convinced by the video. It's just a shadow, and we don't have any other evidence that this is some kind of Sasquatch. It's possible that it's just a person walking close to the light source, creating the illusion of a monstrous shadow. However, even if it was a human, I can imagine being really scared if I were there and saw that. Even if you believe you've witnessed all the wonders of nature, the animal kingdom always has surprises in store, especially in the depths of our oceans. A recent internet sensation featured a particularly strange marine worm caught by a fisherman, showcasing the bizarre and unfamiliar side of ocean life. The video begins with the cameraman's hand displaying the worm he just reeled in. At first glance, the worm appears to be a typical ribbon worm, but it takes a sudden twist when it exposes its insides from its front end. The remarkable part is what emerges. It seems to be a mouth of its own. While it might give off an alien-like vibe, it's actually a worm employing a unique feeding mechanism. This weird process involves the worm extending a part called a proboscis, essentially an appendage it uses for feeding. The protruding mouth-like structure serves the purpose of pulling in food. Though it's a natural behavior for the worm, it undeniably presents a crazy and weird way of eating that manages to both intrigue and gross out viewers simultaneously. Nature's surprises truly never cease to amaze. A video surfaced on a Chinese content uploading platform, offering a glimpse of the eerie atmosphere on the roads at 1 in the morning. The footage combines views from 2 different traffic cameras situated across the city. Both cameras captured a mysterious, dark figure casually strolling along the road. This enigmatic entity appeared dark and transparent, with a distinctly humanoid outline. It moved in a manner reminiscent of a person, stepping in a humanoid posture and wandering aimlessly across the street. What makes this encounter more intriguing is that the same figure was recorded by another camera, displaying a similar outline and walking pattern. To me, this apparition resembled a wandering ghost or spirit. Given that it was spotted on 2 separate cameras, there's a possibility that this could be an authentic sighting of a ghost. However, it's essential to consider alternative explanations, such as potential camera malfunctions, or the chance that someone edited and added a computer-generated ghost in both frames. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Imagine yourself out fishing on a wonderfully serene day with clear skies and picturesque clouds. As you take in the beauty of the scene, you see this in the sky. Some fishermen off Key West have stumbled upon rare punch-hole clouds, creating an appearance that could easily be mistaken for some alien activity in the area. These punch holes present a captivating yet slightly eerie spectacle. Multiple formations of these clouds adorn the sky, leaving the recording fishermen understandably confused. The scene resembles something out of a doomsday apocalyptic event, adding an extra layer of intrigue. However, investigation revealed that these striking formations are not extraterrestrial in origin, Instead, they are a rare natural occurrence known as fall streak holes, also referred to as hole punch clouds. These formations occur when part of the cloud layer forms ice crystals large enough to fall as a fall streak. This phenomenon takes place in clouds containing supercooled water droplets, where the water is below 0 degrees Celsius, but hasn't frozen yet. Given their infrequency, it's no wonder that the fishermen, and others witnessing such sights, initially entertain thoughts of alien activity or some otherworldly event. Nature, as always, has its ways of surprising and captivating us. Trail cameras indeed offer a fascinating glimpse into places and moments that humans might not physically witness. However, sometimes the images they capture can be unsettling and raise many questions. In a video from a Canadian forest, recorded at 5 in the morning, the trail camera provides a view of the deep woods illuminated only by its flash. As the clip unfolds, a mysterious figure moves through the trees in the distant darkness. Unfortunately, the darkness prevents a clear view of the creature's appearance or even its outline. Nevertheless, the creature appears slender and quite tall. From my perspective, it seems like a humanoid creature, or more precisely, a human. The intriguing part, however, lies in questioning the presence of a person in the middle of the forest at such an early hour. In this eerie video shared on Reddit by an anonymous user, we are shown what seems like a scene ripped straight from a nightmare. The video shows a graveyard, shrouded in the darkness of the night, with tombstones scattered across the ground. Amidst the obscurity, a disconcerting sight captures our attention. A humanoid figure engaged in an unsettling and almost maniacal act. Initially mistaken for an animal, a closer look reveals the true nature of this entity. With long arms and disheveled hair over its head, the figure is caught in the act of digging a grave with its bare hands. The intensity and madness with which it carries out this grim task sends shivers down the spine of anyone watching. The limited light available adds to the chilling ambience, leaving much of the creature's features in shadow. We are left with a disturbing impression of a being immersed in a strange ritual, one that transcends the boundaries of our understanding. I'm fascinated by trail cameras. They unveil parts of the forest we'd never get to see otherwise. But sometimes they catch stuff that sends shivers down your spine. Like this video from a trail camera set up to monitor deer in the forest. One night, it caught something straight out of a horror flick. A creepy devil-like creature. This thing had a humanoid posture, but its head looked like something out of a devil myth. What makes it even weirder is that it seemed see-through. You could spot trees behind it as it strolled by the camera frame. However, I've got my doubts. There were human footprints leading into the darkness where this spirit devil came from, which is kind of suspicious. It makes me wonder if it's a mix of someone playing dress-up and a bit of video editing magic. Even if it turns out to be a hoax, you've got to admit, it's pretty convincing. Do you believe in sea monsters? If you don't, this video will surely make you reconsider. Recorded by a tourist at a beach, the footage reveals a strange sight in the sea. As the camera zooms in, a large and mysterious creature is seen swimming. The creature has a lengthy body that emerges from the water's surface, almost resembling a gigantic eel or a massive snake. It slithers into the water again, leaving viewers puzzled. While some may offer the explanation that it could be driftwood from a nearby island, the shape of the object and its unusual swimming motion make it seem unlikely. The tourist couldn't capture a clear clip, but the visible segments suggest that the creature is substantial, possibly exceeding a length of 2 meters. Despite the uncertainty, the video raises questions about the existence of enigmatic sea creatures. For more strange and interesting sights, check this out.